Mike Johnson is lying to the American people once again, as he does every single day. Mike Johnson says that they are the party of truth. Now, obviously, I disagree with this, but this is what Mike Johnson and his word salad had to say earlier today about the Republican Party in regards to this government shutdown.
I say the same things privately that I say publicly. We are consistent, and that's why it's easy for me to stand up here and share the facts. When the simple truth is on your side, you have nothing to hide from. I'm just presenting this to the American people. This is the fourth time we've done that. I hate to drag you all out and go through all the details, but I've got to put on the case over and over because repetition apparently is the key to this. People are starting to recognize this is not a Republican shutdown. It is a Schumer Democrat shutdown. Again, why? Because they needed political cover. It's shameless, it is sad, real people are hurting, and it needs to end. They'll have another opportunity this evening, and I sure pray, and I hope you all will, that a handful of additional common sense people on the Democrat side will change their votes, reopen the government, so we can get back to all these issues as we desperately want to do.
How Christian of Mike Johnson to lie to the American people. Now, let me set the record straight and give you guys the truth of what Mike Johnson and Republicans are doing. First of all, Mike Johnson wants to triple your health care costs. Just look at the paper, ladies and gentlemen. Look at what they are trying to do to the country. Mike Johnson wants to triple your health care costs. Mike Johnson literally wants to rip health care away from 20 million people. It's all in the big, awful bill. Mike Johnson's shutdown will cost the American people billions of dollars. Mike Johnson is pathetic. Yet Mike Johnson will continue to block a Democrat congresswoman from getting sworn in so that no one can learn the truth about Trump and Epstein. Mike Johnson is the opposite of truth. He is a liar. And they're the ones who want to talk about poor Democrat messaging. Have a listen to this.
So they created a red herring. A red herring is a distraction. They decided that they would pick a fight on health care. Well, let me look right into the camera and tell you very clearly. Republicans are the ones concerned about health care. Republicans are the party working around the clock every day to fix health care. This is not talking points for us. We've done it. A big part of the One Big Beautiful Bill, the Working Families Tax Cut, was to fix health care. Health care is broken in America. It's too expensive. The quality of care needs to rise. We need more access for more people, and we have lots of ideas to do that. But that issue is for debate in the next 3 months. It always was. We have members working on that.
Yeah, that's why you told all your quote-unquote Republican members to stay on vacation over the course of the last week. What a liar. And then Mike Johnson's appearance on some of the networks asked who will own the political impact if health insurance goes up over 200%. By the way, I've heard it'll go up a lot more than 200%. And Mike Johnson does not want to answer the question.
Jake.
If you're not able to extend these subsidies, which is a possibility, it seems, who will own the political impact from that if health insurance does go up 200%?
That's putting the cart like a mile in front of the horse. I believe that the subsidy issue, that's the December 31 issue, is a complicated one. It hasn't worked well. It's filled with abuse. We have a lot of ideas on how to improve upon that if indeed it goes forward. And I mentioned yesterday, there's 535 members when you count House and Senate, and there's probably 400 different ideas on how to fix that. But we need the next couple of weeks to have those vigorous, deliberate debates, which is how the process is supposed to work. So I'm not going to forecast how that comes out, and neither could any of you, because those debates haven't been held yet. And that's kind of the irony, because Chuck Schumer is saying something that he knows isn't true. He's saying, oh, you guys snap your fingers. You and Leader Thune go in the back room and tell us how that's going to be resolved today so we can reopen the government. That's impossible for me to do. I have to have the input of all of our members so that they can figure that out. So that's part of the process.
What a bumbling word salad liar. First of all, everything in the so-called big and beautiful bill, everything goes as planned for MAGA Republicans, and Project 2025 will tell you that, yes, health insurance will go up over 200%. It is undeniable that over 15 to 20 million Americans are going to lose their health care coverage. But when Mike Johnson is asked the obvious, instead of owning it, he says, that's putting the cart like a mile in front of the horse. No, it's not. It's exactly what is going to happen if Democrats don't continue to fight. And he is a liar.